Hi, I'm Aileen, and I'm so glad you could join me. I'm going to take you through a dance class. This is a combination of cardio moves, classic cardio moves, and a little bit of jazz. We're going to learn one step at a time, so take your time and don't rush. You're going to need some dancing shoes, a bottle of water to keep hydrated, and let's get going. Open up your legs a little wider than shoulder distance apart, and let's just start with some shoulder rolls. Front, and back. As you're doing this, kind of check in and see how you're feeling. Take a deep breath in. Make sure your knees are soft and you're allowing your body to just kind of roll forward and back. Give me one more time, and then we'll reverse it to the left shoulder, front to back. Front, and back. And as you pull your shoulder back, take a deep breath in, expand the chest. It's really important that you keep great posture all throughout this class. Right arm up, reach and pull. Reach. Notice the soft knees kind of flow from one side to the other. And reach. See, reach with the arms. Think of lengthening through the fingers. Press and open up your arms, rib cage side to side. And then bring them out again. 4 out, 4 down. Try and isolate from the hips up and try not to move the lower half of your body. Left arm and reach it up. As you reach, are you growing that spine? Soften the knees. So this would be a more traditional jazz warm-up. Going to include a little bit of aerobics and a little bit of jazz, side to side and out. 2. Hands on the hips, work the rib cage. Side to side, reach. Feel like you're growing through the fingers and side to side. From here, just rock the hips right to left. Notice to rock the hips, I definitely lowered my body so that you're using your knees and using your rib cage. Press, then feet together, bend your knees down and lift. Down and lift. Then open up your right leg to a turned out position. So you have to make that little turn out. Lift it, down and lift, and back to center. Square the toes off, but keep most of the weight in your heels so that you're not pressing forward on the knees. Turn out to the left. Notice the toes immediately go out, and you don't have to go low. Press. Bring your feet back together again. One more time. Out. Arms are relaxed. Sit into the heels. Then open, watch the arms. Out. Really reach the knees away from you. Back to center, square the toes. In. Anything with your arms you like. You can even drop them. Open to the left. Add the arms. Press. Open one more time. Then pick it up, little bounce. 1, 2, 3, open to the right, out, 2, 3, back to center, in, 2, 3, open to the left, out. Here's your last one, center, in, 2, 3, open to the right and stay here. From here, easy rotation of the knee. Take the knee in and out for a lower leg stretch. Shoulders should be relaxed. You can add a little bit of an arm if that's comfortable. 2 more. Then hold it down right here. Tilt the hips. In and out. In. So it's just a rocking of the hips. Don't exaggerate this. You can be lower if you want to get a deeper stretch, or you can stay up higher. It doesn't really matter. Then reach across the body. Disengage those feet. Keep it loose. Then back to center. Drop for 4. 1, 2, 3. Open it up to the left. Stay there. Then turn the knee to the side. In and out. Take your time on those transitions. Hands can be wherever it feels comfortable for you. Give me a couple more just to make sure you got those. Tuck the knee in, hold it there, and rock the hips. In, release. In, release. Tall chest. Work the hips. Feel what they feel like. Are they tight today? Last two. Take the leg open and reach across the body, out. Just a fluid reach to warm up that waistline. Take a deep breath in, back to center, feet together, toe, toe, toe. Warm those feet up. Give me a few more, just like that. Last two. And then just march it slow. So let's learn our first step of the combination. It's really just a march. So the march goes front, back, together. Let's try that again. Front, back, together, then to the rear. Back and together. One more time. Back and together. One front, one back. Front and together to the back. Back and let's do the left side to front. Front and together. Say it to yourself if you need to. Relax the shoulders to back. Together. One more time. Back march and one of each. Front, front, together, back, together. All right, march slow right. Let's do one on the right, one on the left. Combine the two together. Right leg first, front, center, front, and center to the back. Back, and center to the front left. Front, and center to the back. So now, let's try that quicker. Front together, and back, and left, together. Give that to me a few times until you feel comfortable. This is one of the fast steps of the dance. There's only two fast ones, the rest are slow. Front and back. Front. Let's do one more each way. Front, back, front, and back. I'm going to call that the mambo mambo. So easy walk. I'm not going to stop between the steps. Every time we need to take a little break, we'll just do a slow march because this is still a workout. We want to keep our heart rate up a little bit. The second step is called an attitude step. I'm going to call it an attitude step. Let's do it together slow. Step across right. Step, lift the knee, give me attitude. Then it is march across, open, open. Let's try that again. Cross, knee, attitude, march, march, march. Let's do it 4 times. Step, knee, attitude, march, march. One last time. Step, knee, make sure you're comfortable. It's not this slow, so it'll be a little easier to do. Other side, left, step, knee, march. This is great balance training when you have to go that slow. Step, knee, march, march, open. Say it in your head. Step, knee, march, march. One more time. Step, knee, woo, oh, march, my balance, bad girl, right? Then hold it here, easy march. So let's do the right and left side, slow, only one of each, and then we'll pick it up. Right leg, step, knee, 3 march. 1, 2, 3, left leg right away. Step, knee. That's the one I'm having trouble with today. And then march it right. Okay, so let's do it a little quicker than that. It'll be step, march, knee, walk, walk, walk. And again, if you need to watch me for the first one, that's perfectly fine. Then we'll put those first 2 steps together. Step, knee, march, march, march. Step, knee, march, march, hold. Left. Step, knee, march, march, hold. Yes, step, knee, march, march, hold. Left, step, knee, march, march, hold. A few more times. Step, notice the arms, hold. They cross and open. Cross, open, march, march, hold. One more time. Cross, open, march, march, hold. Last one. Cross, open, march, march, hold. March it right. So let's try those first steps together. the mambo combo and the attitude step. It is 1, 2, 3 to the back, then left leg, 1, 2, 3 to the back. One more time. 1, 2, 3 to the back, and then to the front. 2, 3 to the back. Step with the right, step, knee, march, march, hold, and step, knee, march, march, hold. March it easy. So that's the first part of the combination. Let's go on from there. This is called a pas de bourrée step. Start slow. Start with the point of the right foot to the front cross body, right here. Point, point, then 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Try the other side. Point, point, 1, 2, 3. Let's take a little faster. Point, point, 1, 2, 3. Point. Just keep doing this over and over until you feel comfortable. Notice after the point, you go behind. And that's a balance move in itself. So do that a couple more times. Point, point, pas de bourrée. Point, point, pas de bourrée. Push, out, over, behind. Press. Last one. And march it out. We're ready for the next step. And it's pretty easy. Turn to the side so that your right leg is facing me. And it's just 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. So let's take 2 steps. 1, 2, and then back. Reach. Keep your body on this side plane right here. Out, together. Out. Watch the back arm. Left up. Try that again. Reach and in. Reach and in. Push. And shake that shoulder. Again. Reach and in. Reach and in. Arm up. You got it? Pretty toe right here. Hold. 2 and switch it. Switch it. Pump the hips. Remember that warm up when we were pumping those hips? That's what I want, is a little pump in the hips. Press. Now let's go on, march it right foot. So your front foot is marching. This is called a pivot turn. It's really just 4 steps. But once you take a step with your right foot, you just move the heels for the pivot turn. So watch the foot. Step, turn your heels, look for me, step again, right foot, and then center. March it right. So let's put those 2 together. Let's put those 3 together. From the pas de bourrée step, point, point, 1, 2, 3. Point, point, 1, 2, 3. Point, point, 1, 2, 3. Point, point. Arms can be really sassy. Point. 2 steps to the front, right here. Out, in, out. Back arm will reach, lift. Toe touch right here, toe. 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 Right foot step. Step, heel, step, center. Hold it. Got that? Then watch my hips. Turn the heels. So all this little section, even on the pivot turn, you're turning your heels. We're gonna add arms to this. Let's take it slow at first, but this will be the speed it will be. Right arm will go up, right, hip side, left, cross, drop, right, left, cross, drop. One more time, right, left, cross, drop, march it. So far, so good. All right, let's go on. It is a 1, 2, 3 tap to the side. 1, 2, 3, tap wide. Very important to keep the leg behind. Then one knee up, hold it, and then a hip roll all the way around to a sit. 1, 2, 3, tap, slow. 1, 2, 3, tap, knee, tap, hip roll, sit. 1, 2, 3, watch the arms. Knee and hip roll, sit. 1, 2, 3, tap, knee, hip roll, sit, 1. Do you see a little bit of that jerkiness? That's the fun part. Roll, sit. Take it on out, knee lift, up, out, right there. You like that? March it. Okay, so let's go on. The next is a turn. It's called a chaîné turn. You don't have to do the turn. It can be a step, turn, or a march for 3. So again, march, 2, 3, then a tap and a tap. Step, here, step, here, other way. And I'll show you the turn that will be optional. Ready? Press. Watch the change. Step, turn, step, tap, step, circle leg, step, tap, turn, step, you do another tap, then the circle, and that's called a rond de jambe turn, a rond de jambe leg. Tap, step, circle. You don't even have to do that if you don't want to. It's just a little added flair. And we're not going to be doing this many turns. Step, roll, and tap. So tap and tap. This is the final 2 steps. Last 2. Last one, you're only doing 1 of each. Out, together, then step to the side, give me a curtsy, hold. Then a step, tap, hold. Try that again. Step, little kick, and hold, curtsy. Step, in, open. That's your grand finale step. Step, kick, hold. Step. And this is the speed of the dance. I'm not going any faster. Down. It doesn't go left and right. Not like a regular aerobics class. 2 more. Step. Reach. Down. Step. In. Open up the hip. Close the hip. Last time. Down. Step. Open the hip. March it on that right. All right. So let's put a couple of those sections together just to remember what was going on. From here, we just finished arms, arms, hips, hips. So let's do that. Arm, arm, hip, hip. Arm, arm, close, down. Let's take a little faster. Arm, arm, close, down. Remember that? Okay, now the 1, 2, 3, tap wide. 1, 2, 3, 1 knee, then a hip roll. Sit into it. Bam. 1, 2, 3, tap, knee up. Then comes the chaîné turn or just 1, 2, 3, tap. Step, tap, step, small circle, step, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap, small circle, tap, and curtsy, hold, step, in, out. So it's step, up, down, step, knee, open, march it out right here. Are we ready? All right, let's just loosen up. How are you feeling? You need a drink? Intensity should not be high here because of all the slow movement. But if it is, make sure you take a little break and maybe march in place. Let's just refresh the brain. Let it go. Just a little tap. So starting from the very beginning, it is the mambo mambo combo, then the attitude. So let's start to put things together. Feet together, right leg front back, to the back, and left leg. Press. Front, back, front, left foot, then step with the right, cross knee up. 3 march. Hold. Other side. Hold. Right leg again. Hold. 1 more time. Pas de bourrée, toe, toe. Toe, toe, 1, 2, 3. Remember, the first 2 were the fastest. Everything else is very controlled. Toe, toe, 1, 2, 3. toe, stepping front 2 steps with your right. So it's out, in, back, press, double toe, push, push, 2, push, 2, push, 2. Step it with the right pivot turn. Step, heels, step, right, left arm, right, left, cross, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, tap, knee lift, reach, hip circle, sit, 1, 2, 3, tap, knee, hip circle, chaîné turn optional, 1, 2, 3, tap if you like, tap, step, circle, step, tap. This is a lot of balance work. Step, circle, step, tap. Now from here, focus on the toe side to side. Just out and out. Do a couple more. Out. This is the one we learn the least, so let's do it one more time. Out. Get ready for your curtsy lunge. Take it out. Step, push, down, step, in, open. March it. That's it. We did the whole thing. Let's take a little breather. We're going to repeat that again. If you need a drink, grab one. That's a long combination. And if we were taking an hour-long class, we would slowly take it up to speed. But this is a great way to not only challenge your brain, but challenge your balance. So let's give it a couple more. Last 2, feet together. Right foot, mambo combo front. Right, center, left front, center, right again. And arms can be really fun. Back, hold it here. Remember, focus. We're going to do that one more time. One more time. Get ready. Tap and 1. Back. Front, back, one more time, right and left. Just a reminder, last one, here comes the attitude. Right step forward, right attitude and separate. Doesn't have to be that wide, I'm just making it dramatic. Right leg again, step, knee, wide. Woo, yeah, step, knee, pas de bourrée, toe, 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 1, 2, 3. Toe, toe. If you bend your knees, you're going to get some great movement in the hips. Press. 1, 2, 3. Toe, toe. Get ready to 2 march to the front. Right lead. Out and sink into it. Out, sink into it. Shake your shoulder back like you got it going on. And push. 2. Push. 2. Push. Back. Step with the right pivot turn. Right, heels, right, right arm, left arm. Bam with the hips, cross, walk it. 1, 2, 3 with the toe, lift, reach, hip circle, boom. 1, 2, tap, lift, hip circle. Chaîné turn optional. Turn, tap. Small circle of the leg, step, tap. That's called a rond de jambe, big circle, tap. Circle, toe to the side. 1, 2, really stretch it. 3. Ready for the curtsy. Step, up, down, and knee, out, in, open, march it out. Wasn't that fun? I love putting combinations together. Let's start to bring things down just a little bit. We're going to grab a mat for a floor stretch, but before we do, just an easy tap. Got about 30 seconds here to let that heart rate come on down. And while we're doing it, let's just work the hips. Take a nice deep breath in, and let's do a figure 8 with the hips to the right. 8, circle, 8, circle. Try and draw a figure 8 with your right hip and then your left hip. And then let's reverse it. Left hip, right hip. This is giving our heart rate a chance to settle before we take it to the floor. Hip roll, hip roll, hip roll, hip roll, and then just a little rock and roll. One more set, 8. Take a deep breath in here. We want to make sure that heart rate is lower before we go to the ground. 4 more. We did it though. We learned the whole dance today. And squeeze. So if you've got a mat handy, go ahead and grab that mat. And then just carefully set it up on the floor. You always want to go down responsibly. And sometimes your mat doesn't want to cooperate, and that's okay. Set up with your legs in front of your body. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to wiggle the hips. Notice I'm rocking side to side. This is going to stretch not only the hamstring, but the lower back, the pelvis, and the sacrum. Use your hands on the floor for body balance. Flex your feet, sit up nice and tall. Don't worry about bending forward at all. All you want to do is push your heels to me and your butt to the ground. Lift your chest, take your right arm high. Bring it up to the ear and then try and follow the elbow with your eyeballs. Then take that arm around and see if you can touch those fingers thumb to thumb. This is a dancer stretch, it is. Bring it out, other side. If you can take it to the ear, look over. It could be on the shoulder as well. Look over the elbow with your eyes. Then release that arm, bring it across the body, and try and take your fingers on the floor with a rotation stretch. From here, flex and point your feet. Just a flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Get those ankles. Then gently roll onto the right elbow. Take the back, keep it tall, and bring the top leg behind you. You're trying to make an L position. Squeeze this rear end to feel this nice stretch in the front hip. Nice deep breath in. Again, the tighter you squeeze here, the more extension here. Then roll it on up. Bring the leg up and just lift that chest. Give me a spinal rotation. Take the leg on the floor for a hip stretch and just press forward again, flexing the foot and driving the tailbone or sit bones into the ground. Then center it, circle it out. Then we'll move over to the other side, lean it out. Now if you're more comfortable all the way down on the floor, feel free to lay down. I like to be up so that I can work my torso. You should be making an L position. This rear end is tightening to open up this hip. Squeeze it a little harder, maybe move it back a couple more inches. Then bring that leg around, grab hold of your shin, lift your chest, and then as you lift, rotate your body for a back stretch. Then take the knee out to the side. You should feel this in the hip. Resettle into the hips if you need to. Flex the foot, drive the chest out. That should feel amazing. From here, bring the feet together into a modified butterfly. Careful that your knees aren't too squished. They're out. Hands are on the ground again. Take your right hand and press gently into the thigh. As you press down, squeeze the rear end. You're going to feel a really good hip stretch. Very important. Let's tuck them up, give them a break, and then open up. Take the other hand on top. Left is pushing, right hand is on the ground for leverage. And as you squeeze down, squeeze the rear end. This is called working the opposite muscle for the stretch. Take that leg in and sit comfortably on the floor. Take your nose and reach towards the right knee. Again, you don't have to bend far. Take it to the other side and reach. Bring the arms up for a deep breath. Lift. Exhale it on out and roll the shoulders. Deep breath in, all the way up. Exhale it on out. Roll those shoulders. There is nothing more fun than dancing to music. I hope you enjoyed that kind of jazzy aerobic combo. Putting all those steps together were so much fun, at least for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Grab some water. Until next time.